Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Can everyone hear me? What up, Jay? How are you, brother? How you doing? How you doing? When it comes to these type of topics, I know Jay is coming through for sure. You don't miss. What's up? Hey, Nene. Hello, hello, hello. It is crazy how when I started the WTF Weekly, I did not think I was going to have to do these weekly. I really didn't. I just thought that this would just be great with, trending topics. But since 2024, I have had to do a lot of these. Okay. 2024 has not disappointed yet in the sense of constantly having something to talk about. So, yeah, we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it with the WTF Weekly. It's unfortunate that we have to do these, but you know what? Like Cat Williams said in his interview on Club Shay Shay, people will be exposed. It is what it is. I truly think Cat Williams was God used him as a vessel to say his message that people were about to get exposed, and he wasn't playing games. All right. So, with that being said, let's get started. First up, Porsha. Can we just start off with Porsha has come a long way? I think this was Porsha when she first came to the Real Housewives of Atlanta on the left, on my left, and this is Porsha now or closer to now. She has come a long way. And I guess this is truly kind of what Atlanta has or brings in a lot of ways. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, but I do know two of my crew members for sure are in Atlanta. That is Denise, I believe, and Ruby. I'm going to need y'all to stay prayed up because I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. Any other crew members who live in Atlanta, stay prayed up because something going on in Atlanta. It's just something is in the water there that does not make sense. But with that being said, Porsha and her boo thing, and I'm sure everybody is aware, hopefully, of how she got this boo thing. She got her boo thing through a fellow Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member who allegedly was supposed to be a friend. Child, Porsha done took that man from underneath that girl and thought she had her a keeper because homie had money, all right? So we know that story. They do look nice, by the way, in this picture. I mean, they definitely know how to clean up for the gram. That is for sure. But Porsha files for divorce. Okay. She filed for divorce. And, a lot of people feel like it wasn't a surprise. For one, how she got him. The way that she got him was a messy situation. So a lot of people feel like it was her karma. They also feel like her radar is all for, good men. And pretty much this person here on Reality T says sometimes a girl's radar for a good man is just broken. And this might be the case with Porsha. Well, that might be the case with a lot of women in Atlanta. Because clearly that seems to be the case. And pretty much her situation with Simon Guo, I'm not about to butcher this man's name, Badia. Pretty much, allegedly, he's a government scammer, okay? And he has a messy history with him trying to get his citizenship status in the country, all right? So with that being said, though, I find it very ironic that this all happened around when she actually made the announcement that she was coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. So pretty much news broke on February 23rd that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star filed for divorce after 15 months of marriage. And then pretty much her social media showed no signs of trouble in paradise. And pretty much people were trying to figure out what the hell happened or what was going on. And at this point, when she did announce she was coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she used her married last name, but since I guess has like cleaned up her Instagram, removing his last name and anything related to him. And so with that, she gave her little thank you for her prayers and supports, thank you for that. When people found out that she was filing for divorce, he responds by saying, "Will stop loving my wife when divorce is final." Now, apparently, he has been trying to get citizenship status allegedly since the 80s or 90s. Okay. And I'm going to play an actual video in regards to this. In addition to that, he's facing some legal woes when it comes to his company. All right. But apparently, he has been trying to apply for citizenship status for a while. And apparently, he keeps getting denied, allegedly. All right. So let Andy Cohen and people say they didn't even know that Porsha was going to file for divorce. They didn't even know this was going to happen. You didn't have to know it was going to happen, but she did. And I say that at the end of the day, why would you divorce him now? Why divorce him now, especially when you just announced about the Real Housewives of Atlanta coming back? If anything, don't you guys think this could possibly create a buzz for her? Yes, I agree. Atlanta is a mess. I don't think she was looking for a good man. She was looking for a wealthy man. Oh, exactly. Sounds like someone else that we were just talking about who lives in Atlanta, who done blew up on TikTok. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Atlanta is quite interesting. So with that being said, apparently he has a history. Now, based on this information, this is an actual YouTube page, Viral Vision. Now, from my understanding, a lot of their stuff it isn't factual, but they do bring up a couple of different things that are quite interesting in regards to this Porsha situation. So, shout out to them. I'm gonna play the audio. So, listen to this.
I'm not a lawyer, but I just read the 13-page court doc regarding Simon Gobadia, Porsha Williams' husband. His request for citizenship and child. Let me recap the details for you. He overstays his visa and was declared deportable in June of 1986. He comes back to America on a 6-month visa, and he again overstays his visa. In September of 1987, he gets arrested for bank and credit card fraud, and he pleads guilty to a felony offense. In January 1989, he's arrested for unauthorized use of a vehicle, and again arrested in May of 1990 for fraud. After that, immigration begins the removal process of Simon, but by January 1991, Simon has committed credit card fraud again. My husband didn't have red flags. He had red flags to other people. Fine, y'all partner. Keep your standards high, okay? And if it's someone that's showing red flags, just leave, okay? Period. I don't care. It could be the smallest red flag. You are
too many subscriptions. You can keep track of them with
damn commercial. Hold on, y'all. Okay, skip.
Walk away. It appears that Porsha Williams may face legal consequences for her husband's actions, less than 2 years after their marriage. Simon Gabadia is now being accused of fraudulent activities, and there are claims that authorities suspect Porsha was aware of his actions and attempted to conceal them. The situation has escalated to criminal proportions, with Simon facing potential deportation and a permanent ban. Porsha finds herself deeply entangled in this ordeal, suggesting that she may be dealing with the repercussions for quite some time, as the situation takes a turn for the worse.
This is making me wonder, so, do y'all think Miss Porsha has returned back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta to get them coins because there's trouble in paradise? So according to the article, Mr.
Okay, so that just gives a little taste. So pretty much they've been alleging that he's been scamming and trying to hustle and do what he needs to do since the 80s. Like exactly, Nene, since you were a baby, since we were both babies, okay? Since the 80s, he has been hustling, scamming, whatever you want to call it, allegedly, and committing fraud, allegedly. Now, what I found interesting is, and shout out to Guest So who actually sent me this video. What I found interesting is that they're trying to imply that she was aware of this And that when it all boils down to is she could have a legal battle on her hands too, because they're married. Now that's the interesting part of it, because one thing about it, you do have to be careful who you marry, because their legal woes typically can be your legal woes as well. And everything was all good with how he allegedly made his money until it wasn't anymore, especially if there's a situation where he can never gain his citizenship status or whatever the case may be. So I just find it interesting. I really find it interesting that this is taking place now. It just seems a little too convenient for me, especially considering the fact that she just came back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It could be that she is doing this for a storyline. It could be that she's doing both. One, she got the check she wanted, so she's going to be comfortable without Simon. And as soon as she found out she would be comfortable without Simon because she got her Real Housewives of Atlanta check, she decided to let him go because the legal woes wasn't worth the money I guess he may be providing. Who knows? Just seems quite interesting that all of this is happening around this time. Is she from reality TV? Yeah, Jay, she is from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her name is Porsha Williams. She was introduced to us. I forgot what season she came on, but she was married to this ex-football player. And child has been up and down since then. But she allegedly stole another lady's husband. This girl was also on the show, and allegedly her and this girl were friends, but Porsha took her husband. So a lot of people are saying that all of this is just karma. It is big time karma in the situation, and it could be karma, or they could be playing both of us. They could be playing all of us. They could be still together, but they're just pursuing this legally to make sure that Porsha isn't held liable for anything. I just don't know with these reality stars today. They know how to keep their names out there, and how convenient that this comes out. I wouldn't be shocked if Porsha goes back to the contract table and tells Bravo, I'm going to need for you to up my coins because y'all going to want me to talk about this. I'm going to need you to up my coins. I'm just saying. So with that being said, yeah, I definitely don't know. Could she be lying? It's damn near possible. It is very possible that she could be lying. So with that being said, though, don't know. There is little yes, there is little reality in reality TV. Reality TV is becoming scripted at this point. You know what's real reality TV? You want to know what the real reality TV is? This shit right here. See, all of these court cases that's going down, this is the new reality TV. Look at him, looking like Satan's big helper. Look at his ass. Like, if that don't look like the Prince of Darkness, I don't know what does. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy. And interesting enough, a lot of people were saying, including myself, that this wasn't over, that Cassie situation and him actually settling with her in what, less than damn near 24 hours, it felt like, settling with her, everybody's like, let's go. And I think one of the last videos that I said was I didn't know if a man would come forward, and if a man would come forward, they would probably just call him Jane Doe, so it wouldn't be out there that, you know, a man is accusing him of, you know, SA or whatever the case may be. Oh, but to hell with a Jane Doe. You got a man who ain't got no problem saying I'm a man, and I also have experienced SA from Diddy, allegedly. So Diddy, actually a producer by the name of Little Rod, y'all. Little Rod. The story just writes itself. His name is Little Rod. They call him Little Rod. Well, anywho, Little Rod was apparently a producer on Diddy's Love album. I didn't even know he came out with the album. That just shows you how much I have not paid attention to Diddy in a very long time. But Little Rod, and his name is Rodney Jones, he is seeking $30 million in a federal lawsuit, okay? But here's the kicker, y'all. Not only is he seeking $30 million in a federal lawsuit, he is pretty much saying that, of course, he's accusing Diddy of SH, that is H assing, if you know what I mean. And pretty much also, Little Rod apparently has secured footage, video of Diddy and several of Diddy's associates involved in illicit behavior, alleging SA. Let me repeat that again. Little Rod allegedly has secured footage of Diddy and several of his associates involved in illicit behavior. How he get that footage? You want to know how he got that footage? Somebody trying to take Diddy down and gave him that footage, in my opinion. Because literally, when you dealing with those type of so-called parties, I'm sure you can't even have your phone. How he get that footage? So pretty much this guy, he's a Chicago-born producer, and he produced 9 of the songs on Diddy's Love album. Again, I did not even know that Diddy came out with an album. He filed a lawsuit Tuesday in New York, and it's a 75-page complaint, okay? And pretty much not only is this guy allegedly suing Diddy, but he's suing a lot of big wigs in the music industry. Allegedly, he trying to take all of them down. And so at this point, he talks about how he was work for hire with Diddy and how he actually had to live with Diddy for months at a time in Combs' house in LA, New York, and Miami. In my opinion, that's a sense of control. As well as several weeks on a yacht rented by Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So throughout this time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album, the complaint said, and that Combs required Jones to record him constantly. When I tell you, this is the new reality TV. This is getting juicier and juicier, and not juicier in a sense that, of course, I feel for the people who are experiencing this stuff, but it's quite more interesting to me in life when people who have been alleged to do dark stuff for years, they finally get exposed. So pretty much at this point, the multi-instrumentalist, I don't know why they even had to say that shit. Multi-instrumentalist, I guess he's trying to promote himself at the same time. Describing himself as a heterosexual Christian man, alleged that he was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his booty hole. Okay? And pretty much he was uncomfortable, and he expressed his complaint to Diddy's chief of staff, who allegedly told him Sean will be Sean. All right. And so at that point, he also mentions that Combs tried to groom him into engaging with freaky tales with fellow producers Steve and Aaron Jordan, known as Stevie J. In the words of Jocelyn, do you still love me, Stevie? That's Stevie J. So apparently, Combs was trying to groom Mr. Jones into engaging with freaky tales with Stevie J and promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in that freaky behavior. Let me explain something to y'all. That part right there explains even more, in my opinion, that the Grammys are a fraud. You won't get producer of the year because of your actual skill set. You won't get producer of the year because you actually deserve it. No, you could potentially get producer of the year if you engage in this freaky tale rendezvous. This is pretty much what they're alleging in this. And they also provide that Jones with alleged footage of the people involved in all of this activity at Combs' home, which Jones believed had hidden cameras throughout Diddy's property. So apparently he had hidden cameras throughout the property. This, like, when I tell you, like, I'm sure people can make this up, but this is the new reality TV. Hey, Yuli girl. So Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak off party. See, I'm not the only one who uses freaky tales, and his house parties. Upon information and belief due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable. Baby, he claimed he has footage. When I tell you the discovery part, now here's the thing. This is at least from what I know from law, and for the lawyers who are going to listen to this, please let me know. There's going to have to be a discovery process. So either Diddy is going to pay this person off, or he's going to take this to court and say, F that, we're taking this to court. But that's when the discovery process comes in. And I'm assuming that that video can be used, or videos can be used in the discovery process. And if that's the case, boy, oh boy, it may be in Diddy's best interest to just pay this guy off. But the problem is, if you pay him off, the rest are going to come after you too. Like Tiffany Red. You know, that same Tiffany Red who talked about Beyonce taking people's publishing, and Usher and other people taking publishing, and they didn't even write not one word in a song. That Tiffany Red. Well, Tiffany Red started actually making headlines prior to the Beyonce thing because she spoke up about the Cassie situation when Cassie actually filed her lawsuit against Diddy, because Tiffany Red used to write for Cassie. So at this point now, Tiffany Red wants to sue Diddy and various record labels as well over the SA lawsuit. The songwriter, known for her work with one of Sean Combs' accuser, Cassie, claims that these new allegations have effed her work. So pretty much what it sounds like is Tiffany Red went through a lot and pretty much got blackballed for maybe not necessarily bowing down to a certain extent. So at this point, this latest lawsuit with Little Rod, Tiffany is also getting involved in the situation. And she says that, you know, her work was compromised and she's taking legal action. And that she's also going after other record label execs as well. And she said that she was effed. She was effed. She was derailed. Yeah, she spent years working with Cassie, years. So when I tell you, Tiffany Red may need to write a tell-all book. I mean, hell, she already a writer. She may need to write a tell-all book, because I'm sure there was a lot of things she saw when it came to Cassie and when it came to Diddy. And when it all boils down to it, Cassie may have had to sign an NDA after getting paid, but I don't think Tiffany had to. So I'm going to assume that Tiffany can technically tell a lot of things that Cassie probably can't tell anymore. And I'm here for it. So she apparently is suing Diddy also. And her attorney's involved, and she's about to sue the whole damn industry. Hey, May, she's about to sue the whole industry. And interesting enough, we're going to take a trip down memory lane about just some of the things that we know about when it comes to Diddy. And this to me proves even more that Diddy was protected, because I don't know that many people, especially Black people, that look like me that can get away with some of this stuff that literally has a history of the things that he was allegedly accused of. Now, this came from Rolling Stones. I find it interesting that Rolling Stones, one of the biggest music magazines ever, actually did this. So to me, if Rolling Stones is given a history of your alleged issues, I think it's safe to say that you may be on your way out the door. So first things first, in 1991, I don't know if you guys knew about the CUNY CCNY tragedy in 1991. That was the basketball game incident, okay? Now, for me, there was like 9 people who were unalive because of that situation. For me, I at first for a very long time was like, that wasn't necessarily his fault, but apparently there were lawsuits from the family members who were saying that, he didn't hire adequate, security. He needed more security, that pretty much the gym was, over capacity. So he was blaming, there were lawsuits. Now, apparently, some people are saying allegedly, because, they're saying that he's involved in, dark, things like rituals and things like that. Let some people tell it allegedly that's the start of this here. Apparently, allegedly. I always thought it wasn't his fault, but apparently it was, because it was his responsibility. So that's the first thing, that, there was actually people who were unalive because of a situation revolving around him. Then you have Jake Robles. Now, that was the big incident that started the whole Death Row Records and the Bad Boy Records beef, because Jake was Suge Knight's friend, and Jake was unalived outside of Atlanta nightclub, and that was due to that guy Wolf. The guy Wolf that was connected with BMF. I don't know if you guys know that story, but Wolf was actually Diddy's old bodyguard. Apparently, Wolf is the one who allegedly unalived Jake, and that's when all of that nonsense came into play, and all of the West Coast, East Coast beef started. Then that was in 95. So you got 91, 95. Then in 98, we have Steve Stout. Now, apparently, that video back in the day, Hate Me Now, with Combs and Nas, and how they were, acting like they were on, the crucifix or whatever. Apparently, Diddy didn't want that and was enraged when it actually aired. And Steve is alleging that he pretty much got hit upside the head with a champagne bottle. Okay. And that Diddy was actually charged with second-degree A. But with that being said, Steve Stout says that he had a lot of severe damages to his body, his jaw, but Combs denied it, of course, and said he really can't speak on it. But of course, he made it seem like it wasn't a big deal. Then you have the club incident in 99 when he was dealing with Jennifer Lopez. Okay. So, like, when I tell you, I'm sure you guys know that story with Shine, and how apparently both Shine and Diddy were responsible, but Shine is the one who allegedly only took the fall. He is the only one. Okay. Then you have a scuffle allegedly with J. Cole, of all people. He apparently got into it with J. Cole because Combs was trying to confront Kendrick Lamar over a verse about, someone being a king of New York, just petty shit. And apparently Combs threw a drink on Kendrick Lamar, or was trying to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar, and Cole intervened, and apparently they got into a fight or a scuffle. Then you have, he allegedly, threw them hands with Drake in 2014. Then the fight with the UCLA coach in 2015. Remember, his son used to play football allegedly at UCLA. And of course, he had an issue, with the fact that the coach said, I don't care if your dad, who your dad is, I'm going to treat you just like everyone else. And apparently there was an issue there. Okay. Then you have Gina, who was the girl who went on Tasha K, who was an ex, apparently, about all of the stuff that she went through mentally, emotionally, and physically. And then you have the Cassie files the lawsuit in 2023. It When I tell you, these are the things that just has been recorded where someone was bold enough to actually give it to the police, give it to the authorities, or do a lawsuit. I can't even imagine the stuff that we don't know about, that people was paid under the table, or people were just so scared they decided not to say anything. And the fact that literally this is from 91 all the way to 2023 and nothing has ever happened to this man, but now all of a sudden he's getting blows left and right, he done pissed someone off. He's pissed someone off. How do you go for 30 years doing this stuff and still being seen as untouchable, and you don't get no jail time, nothing like that? Now all of a sudden you getting hit left and right with lawsuits and getting exposed left and right. It's insane. But I'm here for it because this is the new reality TV. And so I would definitely like to know what's going to happen next. And remember, I talked about this lady, Sloan Bella. Sloan Bella said in her one of her last Diddy videos that she said around springtime, around March or April, something else is going to come out about Diddy. Well, here we are in March, and this came out the end of February, beginning of March, and it's still coming out. But she just did an actual video on Jay-Z, and interesting enough, we have talked about that. Other people have talked about that they are saying Diddy, after Diddy, Jay-Z is next in line to be exposed. Now, one thing that she did say that I find interesting is that she said that Jay-Z pretty much allegedly controls Beyonce, and how, without Beyonce, like she tried to imply that Jay-Z is like Beyonce's handler. Now, here's the thing with this. I understand maybe people are so fascinated with Sloan because she gives specific time, dates, and that freaks people out. But people like Jaguar Wright have been saying this about Jay-Z for years. She's also been saying the same thing about Diddy for years. Why do people not give Jaguar Wright the same credit as a Sloan Bella? Like, let's just keep it real. Because when I was looking at it, and again, I was looking at it, because of course she got a lot of attention after the whole Kim Porter Diddy readings that she did. But a lot of the stuff that she was saying, I was like, Jaguar Wright been saying that for years. She been saying that for years. She been saying that about Diddy for years. Why doesn't she get her same respect or her same flowers? You know what I mean? Like, why doesn't she get the same respect? It's insane to me that she does not get the same respect as a Sloan Bella, because she's been saying that. And she's also said that Jay-Z is worse. She alleges that Jay-Z is worse because he's more patient and more calculating than Diddy. So I find it interesting that Sloan Bella said that, and Sloan Bella actually did. She just recently, I want to say yesterday or day before, she did a post on Jay-Z. But some of the stuff that she was saying, I was like, Jaguar been saying this for years. Jaguar been saying this for years. Say what you want about Jaguar. Everything, like, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of things that she has said has revealed itself. So she knows something. Because a lot of stuff that she says, she definitely is like, and again, they accept Sloan Bella, but they don't accept Jaguar. But interesting enough, she does say, and you guys can check out her video, she says that, which a lot of people were like, 20, what? She said by 2036, I think she said his reign will be completely over. And a lot of people in the chat was like, hell no, that's too long. That is too long. That's 12 years from now. Are you crazy? But apparently she said in the next 3 years, things are really going to start to unfold or reveal themselves. But revealing Jay-Z also reveals Beyonce. So it'll be quite interesting what happens in the next 3 years. But, look, Kat said it from the beginning. It's God's side. It's not about race. It's not about creed. It's not about money. It's God's side or the other side. And God's side is about to reveal all. So, hey, It is what it is, right? But I just find it interesting that she did say that. Let me see what you guys are saying. Child and Kim Poor, right? All the founders of Bad Boys are either terminally ill or unalived. And Diddy's empire is being enlightened. That's not accounting. Allegedly, he paid for Tupac's unaliving. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to prove that, but apparently they're trying to say that there's something that could be out there that could get him implicated. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, hell no, not J. Cole. Ever since he sued the liquor company, it's all been bad. Hasn't it though, Nene? That is true. Once he sued that company, all hell broke loose. Yeah, he did allegedly slap J. Cole. See, I didn't even know about that. Actually, Diddy to me is looking like that Netflix show, The Usher's Child. Um, Love me some Cole. Hey, Kimmy. Yeah, see, I was saying that. Yeah, she been saying this. She's been saying this for years. Years. Like, and no one give, people just ignore her. Industry crackdown. It seemed like it, don't it? Child, I smell another enlightenment with Jay-Z like Diddy. I caught something Sloan said and it was wrong. What was wrong, Kimmy? Tell me, girl. Tell me what was wrong. What did she say? I'm still listening to Jay-Z as long as he didn't do anything with kids. Okay, Nene. I look. And the reason why I say okay, Nene, is because remember, was it Sloan Bella? Somebody has been implying that there's some things going on like the side of getting energy and stuff like that. I want to say it was Sloan Bella. I want to say it was Sloan. Y'all look at Sloan Bella's videos, especially with Diddy. But I think she kind of implied that. Don't quote me on it though. I'm gonna say a big allegedly. But the problem is we don't. I say all of that to say we don't know any of these celebrities and what they be doing. We don't. We really don't. I'm sure a lot of people said that about R. Kelly years ago too. And that whole entire time, R. Kelly was doing what he was doing. So when it all boils down to it, you know what I mean? Like we never know. And people didn't want to believe the R. Kelly situation until that video came out. And people still didn't want to believe the R. Kelly situation. It took them to continue to pursue him and put him in jail. Remember that allegedly stated that Diddy and Jay did something to that. I heard that allegedly, you know. She said Nicole Simpson had a breast tore up, so I looked her autopsy report and there was no. Oh, okay. So you talking about one that she did with OJ or something like that? Okay, like okay. Okay. Well, look, here's the thing. I don't necessarily look at these people like I go to God when it comes to my stuff. I know that a lot of people found it interesting that she said around the time that Kim Porter was unalive, things were going to be revealed about Diddy, and to the date, it almost did happen. So I think that's what made people say, "Oh, she knows it all." But I don't feel like anybody in this earthly world who lives in this earthly world knows it all. You know what I mean? So even with her, she definitely can still get it wrong, you know? Let me see. Me either, Nene. Sorry, not sorry. I won't have no music left. You may not. You may not. You really may not. So she was wrong about Nicole. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I listened to that particular one. That must have been one. I mainly listened to like the Diddy videos that she did, the Kim Porter videos that she did, and this one popped up on my timeline, and I was like, "Oh, she talking about Jay-Z." But it does make me wonder if she's talking about Jay-Z now, because a lot of people have been posting videos about how Jay-Z is next, and of course what he said at the Grammy situation. So who knows? But with that being said, you guys, like this is going to be quite interesting. And I'm wondering, because this guy is alleging that he has footage, I wonder if Diddy is just going to say pay him, or if he's going to say forget that, we're going to trial and there's going to be discovery. Because if there's going to be discovery, I wonder if they will allow those videos to publicly be put out there. Oh man, Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. I believe Aaliyah was set up to Yuli, but by Beyonce and fam. If you oh Lord, y'all coming with the conspiracies. Maybe Teeth. Aaliyah was way better. Y'all coming with the conspiracies. That's why I guarded my daughter when she was in the entertainment industry. Those stars can be different behind the scene. Right, Kimmy. Right. And you don't know what they doing. I mean, and they'll talk about some of the things that they're involved in their music. Like this man has talked about things like spiritual cooking and stuff like that. So we don't really know what they're involved in and what they give us publicly versus what they're doing behind the scenes. And I find it interesting that Diddy literally for 30 years has had so many things that have been placed out there that could have been seriously like jail time type of stuff, and nothing has happened to him. But now, like Nene was saying, all of a sudden he sued that liquor company and he gets exposed left and right. But hey, at the end of the day, if that's what you did allegedly, look, like Cat Williams said, it's God's side or the other side. That's just what it is. So, next. Do you guys all know about this case? Hey, Denise, Denise, I gave you a shout out earlier. I gave you and Ruby a shout out earlier because I said my crew who is in Atlanta, like and y'all need to do a special prayer. A special prayer. We're gonna do a special prayer for y'all, but we also stay prayed up because Atlanta be on some other stuff. Atlanta be on some other stuff. Usher, girl, watch that show. Hey, I don't know, Yuli. I don't know. Like, I don't know about watching. Like, right now, I don't even have time to watch the shows that I need to catch up on. Like Griselda, when I was doing the review on that. And BMF has now come back out. I haven't had time to review any of that stuff because all of this drama that's going on in the real world. Ruby, I also gave you a shout out too. You and Denise. I know for sure you two are crew members who live in Atlanta. Y'all stay prayed up because something in the water, there's something in the water in Atlanta. But I talked about both of y'all earlier. I definitely sat up there and made sure I said, look, I only members I know, crew members, is Denise and Ruby, but y'all stay prayed up. But what's up? What's up? Watch Love is Blind. It's back on. I swear when I first started this channel, Love is Blind was on. And now it's back on. Let me see. Oh, I missed it, and that's why I'm ready to move back to VA. The people here in Atlanta are insane. Girl, clearly it's a lot going on. You can wait in BMF. They are turned first episode up. I tried to watch it and I fell asleep. So I hope it was just because I'm tired, because I'm working and doing this and other things, and not because it was boring. These damn writers are starting to piss me off. You did. I missed that, Love. Yes, in the beginning, I definitely talked about y'all because I talked about Porsha first, and I was just saying something ain't clean in Atlanta. So I'm gonna need for my people to stay prayed up out there. I watched it and it was snooze to me. Oh, Teeth, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I'm gonna need, especially because first of all, we don't have that many urban television shows, period. We gotta step our game up to keep our shows. Otherwise, we're not gonna have any urban shows. Yes, the first episode was, oh gosh, okay. Well, I guess it can wait. All right. So with that being said, Yuli, you said you didn't know about this, right? I think that's what you said. So let me give you just a quick background. I have 2 videos up already on this situation. Fani Willis is the DA, district attorney in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, this woman has several degrees: undergrad from Howard University, law degree from Emory in Atlanta. Okay, she definitely has an impressive resume, very accomplished. Well, she decided that she was going to create a special prosecuting team or whatever for the DA office to take down Trump. And she pretty much is alleging that Trump tried to interfere allegedly with the 2020 votes, and they're charging him because of that. And the man to your left that's looking down is Nathan Wade. He was a special prosecutor that she hired. Well, we have found out recently that those two have been having freaky tales and been in a relationship for quite some time. Now, they claim that their relationship began in 2022, but their former colleagues are saying that's a damn lie. Their freaky tale relationship began in 2019, while Fani Willis, she wasn't, I think, married, but Nathan Wade was still legally married. Okay. So the reason why this has been a big uproar is because, of course, this is a conflict of interest. Now, apparently, she paid this man $650,000 allegedly to take on this case, which is insane. All the money that she paid him allegedly for this case, but at the same time, he was taking her on trips. Like, it's unethical all the way around. So there's been a big hoopla when it comes to Fani because she took the stand last week in regards to this situation. Trump's attorneys questioned her, and she acted an ignorant ass fool on that stand. There's no nice way to put it. She literally forgot where she was. I would have never known that she had an education the way that she came across talking about something. If my friends say it's a G, I'm going to give them $1,000. You thought she was a chick from the streets. And she could still be an educated chick from the streets, but she forgot that she had an education on that stand. It was quite embarrassing. And at this point, they are accusing them of lying about their relationship and when it began because they have text messages. They have literally his phone going towards like her house until like 4:00 in the morning. When I tell you this is the new reality TV, this is the new reality TV. So, and you can definitely look at my first two videos, Yuli, to get like a big background of what's going on. But why am I talking about this tonight? Well, the man that's also, it's interesting that both of them have bald heads, but the one that's a little thicker like a snicker, his name is Terrence Bradley, the one who's looking like off, like he don't know where he is. Well, Terrence Bradley is apparently Nathan Wade, which is pretty much Fani's peen, very expensive peen that could potentially the peen made her lose her whole entire career. Okay, allegedly. I'm just gonna say allegedly. So Terrence Bradley used to be a former law partner of Nathan Wade. Okay, and he actually had a text message conversation with Trump's attorney, one of Trump's attorneys. And he decided to spill the beans about Nathan Wade's and Fani's relationship. Okay. He started running his freaking mouth when it came to their relationship to this woman. Just like, and this is via text message. Okay. He literally, so his name is Terrence Bradley. He is a key witness to pretty much verifying that this relationship began way before the hiring of him. And over several months, Terrence Bradley was in touch with Ashley Merchant. She's the lawyer for Trump. Okay. There's hundreds of text messages that proved as evidence where Ashley was talking to Terrence Bradley about the rendezvous and what was going on between Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. And it is very clear he was running his mouth and telling all the business. He alleged that the actual affair, I believe, happened in October of 2019, allegedly. He also spilled the beans about how all of these trips they taken. And you know that Ashley lady wasn't lying, because there was one part where not only did he say that Fani and Nathan had freaky tales in the office, he alleged that they had freaky tales in the office, but he also said that Nathan allegedly went to Florida with Fani because one of Fani's daughters flunked out of FAMU, but she didn't say FAMU. She called it FAMU or something where she clearly didn't know how to pronounce it, how we would pronounce it. FAMU. She said FAMU, but she was very specific in all of the messages and all of the details that Terrence gave her. It was very clear that she wasn't lying. But Terrence, dumbass, got on the stand and kept saying, you know, I don't recall. I don't recall saying that. I don't recall. And Ashley kept saying, you don't recall you telling me that they was having freaky tales in the office. You don't recall you telling me that he went to Florida to help the daughter and Fani because the daughter got or flunked out of FAMU, like or FAMU, whatever she called it. She was going in with specifics and he was trying to play stupid, pretty much lying on the stand. So you have all three of these people who look like me, educated Black folks, lying on the stand. Now, I don't know why he felt the need after he exposed everything to that attorney, Trump's attorney. Now he wants to be like, I don't recall. Damn it, she has the proof. I don't know if he's saying that because I don't know if Nathan would have legal claims of him running his mouth. I don't know. But my question to y'all, do you feel that Terrence is a hero or a Judas? Because when you really think about it, what they're alleging Fani did is unethical. What they're alleging she did is against all ethics when it comes to how she handled this situation. Okay? So yes, what she technically did was, unethical. But at the same time, that is Terrence and Nathan used to be law partners. And I'm trying to find some information, but I saw somewhere that allegedly Terrence may be Nathan's fraternity brother as well, frat brother, which would be another level of wow in this situation. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Everything is alleged. But do you guys feel that he's a hero or is he a Judas for spilling the beans? So, but he definitely spilled the beans. Even the Ashley girl said, why just, date him, but don't hire him? And Terrence made a comment like arrogant, saying that they're arrogant. I guess maybe he was trying to imply that they felt like they wouldn't get caught in a situation, but he ran his mouth. He ran his mouth and was talking. And then he got on the stand looking like this. Like now all of a sudden he ain't got no lips, but you was flapping them lips before. You was flapping them lips and doing them gangster fingers, tweeting and texting all over the place. And now all of a sudden you don't got nothing to say and you don't recall on the stand when you know that woman got proof of everything that you said. And apparently him and Ashley were friends. Apparently Ashley said something at one point saying that she contributed to his campaign for something. So they had a relationship. I don't know why he thought. And he also said in a text message, can you send me the information? Like, can you send me some of the stuff that you're going to put together so he can pretty much almost proofread it? Because he even says, oh, this looks good, or you may want to take this out or add me in here because, that would make it not more obvious. Like when I tell you it was calculated as hell, I'm like, there's no way you can say anything about this. Like you decided to run your mouth. This is what happened. But on the stand, he said he didn't recall. He just kept lying on the stand, allegedly. So with that, I'm definitely trying to figure out what you guys think about that. If you had someone that you were doing business with, I guess maybe they considered themselves friends at one point, and then this happens, maybe you get screwed over when it comes to money or whatever the case may be. Do you spill the beans about the unethical stuff that they do, or do you remain silent on the situation? Because at this point, he remained silent on the stand, but that doesn't mean anything. Now it makes me wonder, what does Nathan have on him, which is why he's trying to be silent. Or he realizes to a certain extent, maybe his career in Atlanta is also ruined. Atlanta, people think Atlanta is big, but it's really small, especially amongst the Black elite, especially amongst the Black attorneys. They all know each other. So at this point, who really would trust you or hire you at this point? Who would? Let me see. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, yes, I love season 6, and the season is a mess, and it's been starting. Okay, all right, brother. I'm gonna trust you on this. I'm gonna trust you on that. I'll definitely check it out. Word on the street, it was the hectic over in office. Oh, you talking about in Atlanta? Really? Denise, I'm OVA. I'm ready to be ASAP, girl. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, VA, all that education, and she's an idiot for a man. You better say that again. You better say that again. And I thought she was from Inglewood, which made me be like, have you lost your freaking mind? Making people from Cali look even crazier. But she was born in Inglewood. Apparently, she left here around 5 or 6 years old, and she grew up in the DMV area. So she's not ours. She's not ours. Nope, she wasn't here long enough. She was not here long enough for us to really claim her, and that's just what it is. And I'm gonna stick to that. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, idiots. She was extremely ghetto. She was extremely ghetto. At the wrong place at the wrong time. Be ghetto amongst your peers. Be ghetto on your podcast. Be ghetto, but you cannot be ghetto when you're a district attorney on the stand in front of your own freaking judge of the court. Like it was bad. It was bad. And she needed a better bra. People was talking about her dress being on backwards, her bra, the fact that she didn't have on like a girdle or something. They was going in on her. Terrence been hating on Nathan the way he spilled the beans to Ashley. Yeah, he spilled the beans. It be your own people. Valid point. Valid point. Bitter, exactly. To me, he's bitter due to money or was paid off. Look like I can't post that, Kimmy. But yes, it does look like someone may have given him a word. I'll just say that. It does come off like someone may have given him a word, or there's something that's on him where if he don't straighten up, that something will be exposed about him. Yeah, for real. Because I was like, oh my gosh, when it said Inglewood, I said, oh, hell no. But she left here at a very young age. So she's not Callie. She's not Callie. Terrence was probably mad it wasn't him, possibly, and let a lot of people tell it they think that he was trying to, find his way in with Ashley, Trump's co-defendant or Trump's attorney. Apparently he had a thing for her allegedly. So yeah. So okay, so in other words, based on what you guys are saying, you think he's bitter, so you think he a Judas. No one's looking at this situation like he's a hero in the situation. You guys think he only said what he said strictly out of being bitter and just being a shady friend / partner. Now, here's another thing. What if he did that because Nathan and maybe even Fani screwed him first? Do y'all feel the same way? What if Nathan and Fani screwed him first, and that's why he felt the need to speak his mind and say what he said? Do you guys change your mind on that? Now, for me, a true friend is a true friend, and a true friend, or even someone with truly ethical and moral standards, in my opinion, even if that friend screwed you over, let God and karma handle the rest. You trying to force it, and to me, it's very clear based on those text messages and what I am hearing. He knew that Ashley was going to be a part of this team. He knew what was going to happen. He knew that she was a part of it. So he was feeding her information so they could take them down. So you knew what you was doing. And then now you get on the stand looking like this, like you don't know what's happening. Crazy. Insane. Judas, Atlanta is the town of backstabbers. You can't trust anyone here. Child. Child, for real. And a lot of times be acting like they so positive, so supportive, and really about Black excellence and being together for Black excellence. And a lot of times, like everybody say, it be your own people who will try to screw you over and expose you. And for what reason? For what reason? You got a point there. You got a point there, Denise. I think it was just office gossip. I have heard some crazy things said in the office. Oh, so you think that Terrence was given the office gossip, meaning that he didn't have firsthand knowledge, that he was just giving the rumors of what he heard? I don't know about that. That's what you're saying, because the thing is, he got really specific about the FAMU situation and them having freaky tales in the office. Now, the freaky tales in the office could be, unless he was there, the freaky tales in the office could be rumor, but that FAMU situation, there were certain things that attorney Ashley said that was very specific that I'm like, it can't be a lie. It sounds like she's reading off of the damn text messages. So yeah, it can't be a lie. So they did their closing arguments, the defense side, Fani's side, and I'll tell you this: the one guy who was representing Fani, who I guess is in the DA office in Atlanta. Now I see why that she needed outside people. In my opinion, that guy was horrible with his closing remarks. Either he was really that bad because he didn't know what to say to get Fani out of the situation, or he has little to no experience. He was his closing argument, in my opinion, was garbage. It was not strong. Trump's side, they were strong. They even said that Fani used the race card and the church card to try to sit up there and get her way in this situation, or try to use that for people to go against the whole Trump attorneys and really try to have people in her favor. And let's be clear, she was in the church. We saw that. She went to the church one time trying to defend why she hired that man, Nathan Wade. And I believe she went after she did her whole, let's have the conversation. I like Grey Goose. A man is not a plan. He's a companion. You gonna tell me how to pay my bills? This is a lie. This is a lie. She did all of that. And instead of her coming back the next day in the court to, I guess, get cross-examination or whatever, that next day, she went to the church. And see, this is what bothers me about the church and the pastors and stuff in the church. Because y'all sitting up there talking about some praise God, praise Fani. They trying to sit up there and take this Black woman down. This Black woman helped take herself down. Okay? In my opinion. And furthermore, are y'all forgetting, if you truly want to go in biblical sense, you can still love her, support her, whatever the case may be. But let's not forget the fact that she allegedly was having a relationship with a married man, allegedly having physical freaky tales without being married to a married man. All of this is biblical. But y'all gonna ignore all of that to protect this Black DA simply because she's Black and she says no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but it doesn't say the weapons won't form. Baby, it's your own weapon. I don't know what else to say about this. And I'm tired of people assuming because someone is Black, you automatically should turn a blind eye and just support them because they're Black. No. That whole I'm rooting for everyone Black has never sat well with me. Because just because someone is Black doesn't mean that they have your best interests at heart. And sometimes those be the shadiest people who try to hate on you and take you down. And from my understanding, the new information I found out in our last live with some of the unethical stuff she was allegedly doing in that office already, with alleged campaign money or grant money or something like that. And some of the whistleblowers allegedly looked like her, and she allegedly fired them. come on, y'all. We can't keep doing this whole because she's black, especially if allegedly she's screwing other black people to make sure that her interests come first and what she wants comes first. We can't keep doing that. We just can't. And so with that, I wasn't going to speak on this until the judge made a decision, but the judge is apparently going to make a decision on this within 2 weeks. So we may hear sooner than 2 weeks, or we may hear exactly in 2 weeks what he's going to do in this situation. I want to know, what do you guys think is going to happen? Worst case, okay, best case scenario, she just gets removed from the case. That's best case scenario. But I'm thinking it's gonna be a domino effect. I don't know if they're just gonna remove her. Apparently, the ethics board is involved now, allegedly. This could get to a point where she loses her position as DA. She loses her license to practice law. She could potentially lose her whole entire career over this. Now, some conspiracy theorists are saying she won't be touched, that they're going to allow her to continue. Now, if that happens with all of this proof, I don't know what to say about that. Talk by the water cooler gossip, right? They should have made her get up there and confess her sins. Right, Kimmy. Right. But it was like, we are going to turn a blind eye to everything that you were being accused of, and you admitting you had a relationship with him, a physical relationship with him, and he was married, you not married. And even if he wasn't married, neither one of y'all are married. We going to ignore all of that, and we just going to say, go, Fani, go. I tell you. How are they going to let her stay there after this mess? That's what I'm thinking. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Like, I mean, I know we have all seen at least one time in our lives where we're like, now, how did that person slide and get past that? We've seen it. Now, with all of this hoopla, you would think it's not going to happen. In this situation, she better pray. Since she wanted to go into the church, she better pray all she gets is removed from this case. Or she better pray all she gets is removed from this case and she gets removed as DA. But she can still keep her license. And maybe she can just move to another state, and be able to, pass the bar there or whatever she got to do to, transfer her license. Maybe, she can pray for that. The way that they're going and the fact that they're claiming perjury, how she lied on the stand, I would not be shocked if they take it to that next level, especially in an election year. And if Trump wins, you think Trump of all people is about to let this go? Hell no. If Trump wins, they are probably going to take this to the end until everything is removed from her, especially after they had to do that mugshot of Trump. He's not about to let this go. He's a damn Gemini. He ain't about to let this go. Black folks need to let that protection stuff go. Some folks need to be protected and some folks don't. Exactly. And I just refuse to turn a blind eye just because someone is black. Like, no. And in my opinion, she did play the race card, and she did play the I'm gonna go into the church so I can sit up there and get the church folks for me and they'll forgive me for everything. But she didn't even bother to bring up that she did anything wrong. She just went in there making it seem like she was completely righteous. So Terrence Bradley, he's the one. They claim it was the ex-wife, who's now the ex-wife, Nathan Wade's ex-wife, that started this. But now I'm trying to figure out, was it Terrence? Or maybe it was Wade's wife that kicked it off, and then Terrence and Ashley started talking, and next thing you know, Terrence needs to move. Now, he's probably not going to lose his license, but I would say he needs to move out of Atlanta. Like at this point, this is national news. Somebody on my page said that they heard about this and saw this in the UK. This is national news. Where the hell are they going to go to be able to remove this stink off of them? Because they all stank at this point with all of the stuff that they did when it comes to trying to take Trump down, which if they have legal claims to, fine. But why did you have to have a relationship with this guy and then you paid him more money than any other prosecutor in your DA office has probably been paid? You pay him all of that money and he's taking you on trips. This is when I tell you this is a soap opera. It's a soap opera. So all of these reality shows now that we're bored watching, y'all watch reality in the sense of these court cases. Watch the Diddys, watch the Fani Willis, and trust me, you will be entertained. You will be entertained. You're going to be shaking your head. You're going to be disgusted, but you'll still be entertained. Because I don't typically watch court cases because they tend to be boring. But when Fani got her ignorant ass on that stand, I was like, what is going on here? I just couldn't believe this was a real, actual like case. And this was a real judge and a real attorney questioning the DA. I thought it was a skit. No way. And you know people are going to do skits on this. Once this is all over, people are going to do a skit on Fani Willis showing her ass on that stand. Let me see what you guys said. She paid him that Johnny Cochran money. But the thing is, Johnny Cochran didn't lose cases. So if you're gonna pay that type of money, he better have the experience. And they were already questioning why would she hire him when he doesn't even have the experience. So that was another thing. You hired this man who didn't have the experience. On top of that, you paid him allegedly $650,000 for this case alone. Like, insane. She was such an embarrassment. She was. There's no nice way to put it. And I'm shocked that there's so many Black people, especially Black women, saying, oh, she's my shero. We got you. We protecting you. No, she's wrong. She is wrong. And Nathan is wrong too, but she has more to lose. So I'm always going to sit up there. She is the face of Atlanta when it comes to the DA, the district attorney, the prosecutor. She is the face. She had way more to lose than Nathan. She just did. And she blew it all for some peen, some eggplant. I'll be damned. It just shows you, even if you have an education or you don't, there's something in the water in Atlanta. Denise, Ruby, don't drink the tap water in Atlanta. Drink bottled water. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's in the air. I don't know if it's the pollen. I don't know. But something's not right in Atlanta. But with that being said, you guys, that is the WTF Weekly for this week. Hopefully I can get a break to watch Love is Blind and be able to talk about it. I'm going to say hell no. I don't think there's any that's that worth what she potentially is going to lose. I don't think any of I don't. I really don't. I wonder what he's working with. I don't think it's ever worth that. I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think the problem is the women to man ratio in Atlanta is so bad. A lot of women are becoming just extremely desperate where they're willing to lose it all. And I'll be damned. Like, I'm just like, I was so disappointed to hear this because I'm gonna have to do an investigation on how many Black female district attorneys we have in the US, Black female and just Black district attorneys, period. Especially in major cities. I'm going to say she may be the only one. She really may be the only one. So, damn you, Fani. Damn, like we don't need only one or two and you messing it up and you in one of the biggest cities out there. Like, oh my gosh, I only drink bottled water. Very good, Denise. Very good. Because I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, child. I don't know if it's the sweet tea. I don't know. But y'all, like I said, stay prayed up. I'll be damned if it costs me my back. Exactly. No, they need to go after that ghetto mayor next. Who? Which one? Which one? Because you're gonna have to be more specific. Apparently, a lot of things are getting exposed on the political side as well. So, which one are you talking about, Kimmy? Because apparently, there's several. There are several. Are you talking about the mayor in Atlanta? Or are you talking about the other mayor? Forgot her name, but you know, there's another one being exposed. Apparently, that's a black woman. So, yeah, this is crazy, you guys. But look. It is what it is. Make sure you guys hit the like button for the replay game. Make sure you click the like button, share, and subscribe. You guys, I'm going to probably take a break tomorrow unless I finally get to watch Love is Blind, and maybe I will do a video on Love is Blind. I just don't know. I definitely, with all of this drama going on, I need to take more breaks, okay? Especially before work starts again on Monday. So Sunday may literally be my rest day. I forgot her name, but she dressed like. Do y'all see Kimmy? I forgot her name, but she dressed like Nino Brown. Are you talking about the mayor from Chicago? I don't think, I was gonna say Tiffany, because the mayor from Chicago used to kind of dress like Nino Brown too, but I don't think she's the mayor anymore. Yeah, Tiffany, I think she's talking about Tiffany. She said she dressed like Nino Brown, y'all. I tell you, some of y'all be clowning. Y'all talk about me, y'all be clowning the hell out of these people. Nino Brown, yeah, but apparently there's a couple of people they going after left and right. And people want to say it's the race card. And sometimes it can be the race card. But I'm talking about this Fani situation. This ain't got nothing to do with her color. This got to do with her stupidity, period. But on that note, oh, yes. I think that's Tiffany. Right, Denise? Yeah, I don't even know if I have the mental capacity to go down that rabbit hole when it comes to that particular mayor. I think I'm done after the Fani situation because I feel like there's going to be even more coming out, especially with this being a election year. You know, election years, everything gets exposed during election year. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for walking. See, y'all know I'm getting tired. Thank you so much for watching the WTF Weekly. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.